The Pitt is a gripping medical procedural drama that dropped its first season on Max on January 9, 2025, and immediately became one of the most talked about shows of the year. The series was created by R. Scott Gemmell, executive produced by Gemmell, John Wells, and Noah Wyle, who also stars, reuniting former ER creators in a fresh but deeply intense setting. It follows the staff of the Pittsburgh Trauma Medical Center's emergency department through one long, 15-hour shift, in real-time sense, covering each hour in a separate episode across a total of 15 episodes. The core storyline revolves around Dr. Michael Robby Rabinovich, Noah Wyle, a senior attending physician still reeling from past trauma and the pressures of being responsible for saving lives while battling system shortcomings, severe staff shortages, underfunded resources, emotional fatigue, and moral decisions that haunt him long after the shift is over. Along the way, we meet several key colleagues whose arcs enrich the narrative. There's Dr. Santos, haunted by her past and making sometimes rash decisions, Dr. Javadi, a prodigy burdened by familial expectations, Dr. King, working on the spectrum which adds empathy and depth in patient interactions, charge nurse Dana, a veteran with decades in the ER, whose own personal life is just as fragile as the patients she treats, and McKay, a recovering addict and single mother trying to balance personal responsibility and professional duty. One of the biggest threads through the season is the Pitt Fest mass casualty event, a mass shooting that floods the ER with over 100 wounded, including Robby's stepson Jake and Jake's girlfriend Leah, whose critical injuries and ultimate death cause Robby to unravel emotionally, leading to confrontations, blame, and a breakdown that deeply affects his relationship with Jake and his own sense of guilt. The emotional weight isn't just in the big moments. Quieter threads: misgendered patient records, human trafficking fears, internal hospital politics. The toll of the job on nurses and doctors give the Pitt its realism and make characters feel human, flawed, suffering, but still heroic. On Rotten Tomatoes, critics praised its pacing, writing, performances, and how the show doesn't shy from showing the dark side of healthcare in America post-pandemic, the burnout, systemic neglect, and ethical gray zones. Episode 15, the finale, 9 p.m., wraps up the shift after relentless chaos, mass injuries, personal loss, Robby's moment of emotional collapse, and yet a rallying speech to his team that honors how in the face of the worst people can still do their best. The season ends with unresolved relationships, inner trauma still carrying on, but with the promise of renewal. The Pitt was renewed for a season 2, expected in January 2026, where the next 15-hour shift will take place over a chaotic 4th of July period, bringing new cases, evolved dynamics, more challenges. Overall, the P.